We are counting down the 7 UK restaurants where grabbing a meal could put your health on the line. From microwaved fresh food and falsified supply chains to severe hygiene breaches, rodent infestations and tragedies that change the law, each entry exposes how hidden risks can lurk behind flashy menus and cheap prices. Some of these revelations are so shocking you will rethink ordering out. Let us begin with number 7. Wetherspoons built its reputation on cheap pints and fast meals, but behind the scenes nearly everything on the menu arrives frozen and sealed in plastic. Staff call the microwave Chef Mike. This is not just about shortcuts. When supplier Russell Hume was caught relabeling use-by dates, Wetherspoons had to pull 200,000 steaks from menus overnight. At the Furness Railway pub, hundreds of diners became violently sick after eating. Even today, insiders warn against ordering steaks despite high hygiene ratings. The promise of fresh pub food fades quickly when reheating and supplier scandals take center stage. Nando's kitchens once faced a threat from within. Gary Jones, a disgruntled worker, contaminated food with gloves, plastic shards, and even metal pieces. He then mixed fish sauce into dishes without warning. His sabotage ended with a 42-month prison sentence, but the shock did not stop there. Undercover footage from a major Nando's supplier showed dying chicks trampled in crowded sheds, birds with open sores, and carcasses left to rot. Workers were filmed breaking necks by hand. Despite these scenes, the farm kept its Red Tractor certification, and Nando's continued sourcing from them without changes. The risk was not just hidden in the supply chain, it was baked into the system, protected by loopholes and corporate silence. In 2018, KFC's gamble on a new delivery partner backfired overnight. The switch to DHL triggered chaos, and over 750 restaurants closed their doors as fresh chicken failed to arrive. Instead of smooth logistics, the single depot in Rugby became a bottleneck. Spoiled chicken piled up off-site, waiting for disposal, while stores ran out of menu staples. Sales dropped nearly 7% in just weeks, a blow felt across the entire chain. But the crisis did not end with empty buckets. Leytonstone KFC faced rat droppings in burger wrappers and in caramel sauce, while other outlets racked up fines for cockroach infestations. Employees reported handling food without gloves and ignoring basic hygiene. A single mistake in supply chain planning turned a national brand into a public health risk almost overnight. This shows how quickly corporate shortcuts can reach your plate. In 2025, shoppers at Iceland picked up what they thought were Greg's steak bakes, only to discover they were actually sausage, bean and cheese melts packed with undeclared sulfites. The Food Standards Agency issued an urgent allergy alert, warning that even a single bite could trigger a severe reaction in sensitive customers. This was not a one-off mistake. Every Greg's pastry starts frozen at a regional bakery before being shipped out. The promise of freshly baked in-store relies on clever branding, not actual baking. Counters are not heated, they are just fitted with bright lights to keep food looking warm. This is not about customer comfort, it is about dodging value-added tax. By serving food below a certain temperature, Greg's avoids charging tax, saving millions, but often leaving customers with cold pastries. A former manager admitted the hot display is mostly for show. Behind the smiling staff and bright counters, cost-cutting and loopholes take priority over safety and transparency. Independent DNA testing shattered Subway's claims about their tuna. Tests found no amplifiable tuna DNA in the sandwiches. What turned up instead was a mix of chicken, pork, and cattle DNA. Customers expecting fish got a protein cocktail, with no way to know what landed in their lunch. The problems did not stop at the counter. Subway's bread is so sweet and processed that legally it counts as confectionery rather than bread. This legal loophole lets the company sidestep some food safety regulations, and it raises questions about what's really in the so-called fresh subs. Behind the scenes, employees have reported managers swapping expiration labels and pushing out food that should have been binned days earlier. In Enfield Town, inspectors found mouse droppings and live rodents in the kitchen, and pest problems were so severe the store faced enforcement action. Old or mouldy food has been served to customers, with managers more focused on keeping costs down than keeping food safe. Ingredient fraud and hygiene failures combine to create a menu where the biggest surprise is not the taste, but what is actually inside. Leytonstone McDonald's shut its doors after inspectors uncovered a scene straight out of a nightmare. Mouse droppings littered burger wrappers, cooking surfaces, and even boxes of caramel sauce meant for desserts. The situation went further. Decomposing mice turned up throughout the restaurant, tucked behind equipment and in food storage areas. These were not isolated oversights, but signs of a hygiene system completely out of control. Despite official cleaning schedules and regular inspections on paper, the reality in the kitchen told a different story. Maintenance logs revealed that ice cream machines, infamous for their breakdowns, were being illegally bypassed to dodge time-consuming sanitization. That shortcut let bacteria and residue build up inside, contaminating every cone and sundae served, creating widespread contamination. The problems didn't stop with food safety. In just 5 months, McDonald's United Kingdom logged over 400 complaints about workplace harassment and misconduct, showing a culture where basic standards went ignored. For a chain that serves millions every week, these failures put every customer at risk. The dangers in the kitchen aren't just about pests or dirty machines, they are about a broken system where profit and speed come first and health comes last. No one died at Leytonstone, but the warning signs were everywhere. When a global giant lets standards slide, it is not just a local problem, it is a warning for every store and every customer. A 15-year-old girl boarded a flight from Heathrow in July 2016, clutching a Pret-a-Manger baguette marked as safe. Natasha Ednan Laperouse suffered a fatal allergic reaction mid-air. The bread contained sesame seeds, completely missing from the label. Her father tried desperately to save her, but the warning came too late. Investigators discovered this was not a freak accident. Pret-a-Manger's own risk memos, internal emails, and crisis team notes revealed 9 previous sesame-related incidents, including hospitalizations. Each time, warnings were raised. Each time, the company failed to change its labeling. Cost and speed took priority over safety. 2 years later, Celia Marsh, a mother of 5, bought a dairy-free flatbread from Pret-a-Manger in Bath. Minutes after eating, she collapsed and died. The flatbread's coconut yogurt contained milk protein, a fact the supplier never disclosed to Pret. Internal protocols failed to catch the hidden danger. Again, a life was lost to a preventable oversight. Both deaths triggered national outrage. Whistleblowers described a culture inside Pret where allergen risks were downplayed and flagged hazards ignored. Coroner's inquests laid bare the gaps. Risk assessments flagged sesame contamination, but management brushed off the warnings. Food Standards Agency officials called the case a stark reminder that corporate negligence can have fatal consequences. The public demanded change. Natasha's parents led a campaign for stronger food labeling laws, facing corporate pushback and government delays. Their fight resulted in Natasha's Law, passed in 2019 and enforced from 2021. Now, every pre-packed food item must list full ingredients with allergens highlighted. Pret-a-Manger, once at the center of tragedy, became the reason for sweeping legal reform. These deaths forced the entire UK food industry to confront its failures. The cost was measured in lives, not just fines or bad headlines. Today, the law carries Natasha's name, a permanent reminder that behind every sandwich is a responsibility to protect. For consumers with allergies, the difference is life or death. For everyone else, it is proof that what is missing from a label can be the most dangerous ingredient of all. Across all 7 restaurants, one truth stands out. The real threat isn't a single bad apple, it is a system where accountability breaks down and safety checks vanish. Right now, every meal out is a gamble. When profit outweighs protection, even trusted brands put us at serious risk.